Lost and Found. In a cozy house at the end of Willow Street lived a boy named Oliver who had an extraordinary gift. He could find lost things, not just ordinary lost things like missing socks or misplaced keys, but lost memories, lost courage, and even lost dreams. Oliver's room was filled with special boxes labeled with words like lost laughter, forgotten melodies, and misplaced hope. Each box contained things he had found and was keeping safe until their rightful owners came to claim them. "Everything that's lost wants to be found," Oliver would say. "You just have to know how to listen." His first customer of the day was Mrs. Chen from the bakery. She had lost her grandmother's special recipe for moon cakes. Oliver closed his eyes and listened to the whispers of lost things. He followed the scent of sweet lotus paste and found the recipe tucked between the pages of an old photo album she hadn't opened in years. Next came Tommy from next door, who had lost his confidence after falling off his bicycle. Oliver searched through his box of lost courage and found a spark of bravery that matched Tommy's exactly. Once returned, Tommy was back on his bike, pedaling with joy. The most challenging case came when Sarah, the town librarian, arrived looking sad. "I've lost something," she said, "but I can't remember what it is." This was tricky. How do you find something when you don't know what you're looking for? Oliver knew this would require his special talent. He sat with Sarah and asked her to close her eyes. "When did you first notice something was missing?" he asked gently. "Last spring," she said. "The flowers were blooming, but something felt different." Oliver listened carefully, not just to her words, but to the spaces between them. He heard the echo of something precious, the sound of wedding bells from long ago, the rustle of old letters, the soft hum of a forgotten lullaby. He went to a tiny box labeled "Cherished Memories" and found a small glowing bubble of remembrance. It contained Sarah's memories of dancing in her garden with her late husband every spring morning. When Oliver showed it to her, tears filled her eyes. "That's what I lost, our morning dance." She hadn't realized she'd tucked the memory away because it made her too sad. "Sometimes," Oliver explained, "we lose things because we're not ready to hold them, but that doesn't mean they're gone forever." He helped Sarah place the memory in a special locket, where she could keep it close to her heart and visit it whenever she felt ready. As word spread about Oliver's gift, more people came seeking help. He found a child's first laugh hidden in an old toy box, a painter's lost inspiration caught in a spider's web, and an elderly man's misplaced dreams floating near his favorite park bench. But Oliver's greatest discovery was that finding lost things wasn't just about returning them. It was about helping people remember who they were and what mattered most to them. The end.